All right, before we jump in, just the usual heads up. This is all for educational purposes. It is definitely not financial advice.
All right, let's get right into it because wow, what a day. We're talking about PLAZM Day 99. And folks, this wasn't just another day. Records were absolutely shattered, and it's all happening right before a huge milestone.
And you know what milestone I'm talking about? Day 100. That's a massive psychological marker, right? The big question on everyone's mind has been, okay, how is the protocol going to look as it heads into this new chapter?
Well, we have our answer. It didn't just hold the line. No way. It just had what you could easily argue was its single strongest, most record-breaking day ever. Seriously.
So, let's dig in and see exactly what went down on this incredible Day 99. Let's look at the numbers.
First up, a quick look at the market. And really, there's one word for today. Green. Just green everywhere. The momentum is definitely building.
So both of the protocol's tokens are looking healthy. You've got PLAZM up more than 3% and eSHARE climbing almost 2.5%. You know, this kind of green on the board, it just sets the perfect stage for the really big news we're about to get into.
And here we go, our first huge headline of the day. We're talking about the vault, the protocol's treasury. It didn't just grow a little, it completely smashed its old all-time high. And there's the number, over $540,000. It blew past the $500,000 mark. Think about that. That's a jump of more than 22 grand in just one day. And that is so important. A bigger treasury means more stability, more firepower, more everything for the future. But let's put this in perspective. Check out this growth. Just 15 days ago, right in the middle of all those high token releases, the vault was sitting at around 398K. Today, 540K. That's a $142,000 increase, a 36% jump in just a couple of weeks. Incredible.
And this just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? The very thing that was supposed to be this huge stress test for the protocol, all those token emissions, has turned into the exact opposite. It became this massive accumulation event that made the treasury stronger than it's ever been.
Okay, so the vault is impressive for sure, but believe it or not, that's not even the biggest story of the day. The real showstopper was the yield engine, which just gave us a masterclass in what it can do. We talk a lot about this real yield engine, right? This idea of revenue from bonds. But what does it actually look like when that engine is firing on all cylinders? I mean, what can it really do?
$1,006 in a single day. That is the biggest single-day jump in profits we have ever seen. And let's be super clear here. This is not printing tokens out of thin air. This is real, actual revenue coming into the protocol from the outside. This is the proof in the pudding that the whole model actually works.
So you're probably asking, where did that come from? Well, this huge number is most likely a weekly payout from all those DEX-FI bonds the protocol holds. We're talking over 7,000 of them. It's like a stress test, but in a good way. It's showing us the engine's max capacity when all that revenue, all those trading fees from the DEX, hits the books at the same time. It's a glimpse of its true power.
Now, numbers this big don't just appear out of nowhere, right? They happen because the protocol itself is fundamentally healthy. So let's peel back a layer and look at the token distribution that's making all this possible. Okay, check this out. This is all about supply compression. See that? Only about 38% of all PLAZM is actually liquid. You know, out there on the market. The other 62%? That's what we call protected supply. It's staked, it's locked up in LPs, or it's been burned forever. It's basically off the table, which helps a ton with stability and reduces potential sell pressure.
And speaking of that protected supply, a huge piece of that puzzle is the burn engine, and man, is it working overtime. It's not just chugging along, it's accelerating like crazy, just deleting tokens from existence permanently. Just look at that number. Over 500,000 PLAZM tokens, 541,000 to be exact, have been burned, gone, poof. That's more than 10% of the entire supply that can never come back. They can't be sold, can't be staked, nothing. That makes every single token left just a little bit more scarce. And get this, the speed is what's truly wild. In just the last 15 days, the burn rate has shot up by 329%. We're talking over 415,000 tokens turned to ash in about 2 weeks. That is a serious deflationary engine firing on all cylinders.
So you've got a record fall, you've got record yield, you've got burns going through the roof, and with all that momentum, the protocol is standing right on the doorstep of its next big milestone.
So tomorrow is the day 100. And yes, that means we've got one more big release coming, about 375,000 PLAZM. But just look at the roadmap here. The path back to normal is right there in front of us. In just a few days, it drops way down, and in less than 3 weeks, we're back to that steady, normalized number. The finish line is in sight.
Tomorrow. It's finally here. It really is the psychological end of this whole high-release period.
So let's just run through the checklist for this absolutely historic day 99. Vault at a new all-time high of $540,000? Check. A record-shattering daily yield of over $1,000? Check. More than 10% of the total supply burned forever? Check. Protected supply holding strong at 62%? You bet. Both tokens in the green? Check. And the big one, day 100, is right around the corner. I mean, what else can you say? The protocol is heading into this huge milestone from the strongest position it has ever been.
All right, and just to wrap things up, a final reminder. Everything we've talked about is for educational purposes. It is not financial advice. Digital assets are super speculative and come with a lot of risk, so please never invest more than you're willing to lose. Thanks for tuning in.